We've seen a significant amount of third-party money come into this election in recent weeks. Do you feel that these outside dollars are going to have an influence on the outcome here in the 1st District?
Well, I'm glad you brought it up, actually. And obviously there's been a third-party group, actually a couple of third-party groups that have been spending money partly on disparaging my opponent. I had absolutely nothing to do with that. The WMC who created those ads, to the best of my knowledge, I've never met anyone from there. I've never talked to anyone from there. They never asked me for permission to do any of this. It's just what happened. Those dollars are protected by freedom of speech. In 2010, the Supreme Court ruled that they cannot be limited and that we can't do anything about them. Legally, I'm not even allowed to talk to the people that create those ads. So, again, I want to make that very clear, and there's been, I think most people understand that, but there has been some misunderstanding about that. I ask of the people out there to use your own judgment, evaluate those claims, and decide for yourself. If they're not true, throw them out. Joe has been portraying himself as being the sort of the pure candidate that's staying above all of this, but I really sort of resent the ads that have come out now, because in those ads, he says that I will be beholden to those groups like the WMC, and that I won't be voting for what's best for people of 1st Assembly District. That's insulting, it's offensive, and it's a lie. I will always do what is best for the 1st Assembly District, period. Again, I did not ask for those ads. I don't know what they want. I think that what it comes down to is it's a business group. And as we went through, with all the other anti-business policies that he espouses, and my strong business background, I think it's clear that they want someone in there that understands business and is friendly towards business. This is not, I do not owe them anything. If they think that by buying these ads, it's going to influence how I vote, that I'm going to vote in their favor on any particular legislation, they're going to be gravely disappointed. If they think that they're getting someone that will be pro-business and that will try to help our businesses, which I think is what they're after, then indeed I'll be their guy. But those claims that I somehow am tainted because of those ads, that's not me. It has nothing to do with me.
Joe Majeski, you have 3 minutes.
Well, there's no doubt that the number of negative ads have been clearly targeted at me. I have clearly said in my beginning of my campaign that I was going to run a positive campaign. We'd focus on the issues. I would not endorse, and I would encourage any folks that would support me not to run negative ads. And so far, they seem to have honored what my initial intentions were. And I appreciate that. And maybe that's what true leadership is, because I really think that in this divisive political climate that we're in, where it's very difficult to just get anything decided that benefit the people of the 1st Assembly or the state of Wisconsin, I think this divisiveness has to start to be curbed. And I think you can start to curb it by dropping some of these negative, often misleading political ads. So yes, I'm concerned about it. Do I think it's had significant political impact on the campaign? Hard to say right now. I mean, folks know that negative ads work, but I do trust the voters of the 1st Assembly that they can see through that. I've heard from so many voters who really dislike that negative ad, and because of the negative ad, they're going to vote for me, and they may even donate to my political campaign because of it. So that's been encouraging. But yeah, unfortunately, there are a number of wealthy investors that are walking around, invisible folks that are walking around right now, and they're looking for an investment, and they're very smart people. And they wouldn't be spending their money unless they felt that they had a secure investment after the November 4th election. Now, businesses always should have a table, or should have a chair at the negotiating table, but they should not. They should not own the table in Madison, and they certainly should not own the politicians either.
Joel Kitchens, your 90-second rebuttal.
Yeah, I certainly think those are negative ads when you say that that my judgment and my stand on issues will be affected by those ads. So yes, I think those are negative ads that you're running, and I think you should stop saying things like that, because it's absolutely not true. Again, and to even hint that that somehow I was involved in those or I could have stopped them is outrageous. It's simply not true.
Joe Majeski, final remarks?
No final comment other than the fact that, folks, again, I have clearly been the candidate that has said I will not endorse any political negative ads. I will not try to even go there at all whatsoever. I will base my campaign on a positive issues-oriented campaign, knocking on 10,000 doors, and I have stayed there, and I've stayed to those commitments.